The first bike was created in early 18th century Europe. At first, the bike was not very useful because of the inability to turn. But then, in 1817, Baron von Drace invented the Dracaene, also known as a hobby horse, which allowed the previous bike to have turning ability. All around Europe, riding academies started up teaching people how to ride the new vehicle. But soon after the new activity had risen, it fell and bikes were rarely seen around Europe. The pastime became more popular once the pedal attached to the front wheel was introduced by Pierre Lallement. This new addition allowed the rider to accelerate on the bike by pedal. This new bike was called the Velocipede. The pedal spread interest across the world into America. Four carriage makers in America began to produce bikes. The next evolution of the bike had a huge front wheel and a small back one. This bike was called the Ordinary. It was a lightweight and very fast. Despite the speed and lightweight, the bike was very dangerous, and the rider was subject to receiving a header. A header occurred when the rider flipped over the front handlebars and slammed into the ground. Because of frequent injuries and apparent danger while riding the Ordinary, many people made attempts to make the bike safer. Emerging from these attempts, the safety bike was created. The safety bike had two medium-sized wheels that were equal in size. The bike had gears and a chain. Just after the safety bike was introduced, the tire was invented. This was the first wheel that contained air inside the tube. With the safety bike in production, the amount of bicycles around the world exploded from around 200,000 to about 1 million, and especially in America. The bike provided a cheap means of transportation for many people, and it still does today. The innovation of the bike eventually led to the invention of the automobile. Nowadays, the bike is a popular recreation that can be enjoyed by adults and children. The bike evolved into many different types of bikes based off the preference of the rider. There are road bikes, mountain bikes, BMX bikes, and cruisers. Mountain biking has become one of the most popular pastimes in the world. Everyday bikers are going out and finding new trails and inventing new tricks.
Bikes are a great way to have fun with friends,
and a great source of transportation,
as well as exercise.
I think innovation when it comes to the bicycle makes it more enjoyable for people. For me specifically, it allows me to ride my bike, I think, better as I get older because the bikes have gotten so much lighter and features have improved, things like disc brakes and suspension. So I think how that affects me actually affects other people as well. The bikes changed from when I was a child immensely. When I was little, there were very few choices when it came to bikes. You had a kid's bike, and then basically you had maybe 2 or 3 types of adult bikes. Now you've got mountain bikes, road bikes, hybrid bikes, cruiser bikes, bikes for the snow, and the materials have changed too. You used to see bikes just made out of steel, now they're made out of aluminum and titanium and carbon fiber, and they have things like suspension and disc brakes. So like many things, they've changed dramatically over the years, and so we've seen all kinds of great new things.